Good morning, everybody. Another segment of Frankly My Dear. Today, we're going to go over the NFC West, my predictions, just storylines breakdown for the NFC West this year. Man, let's dive right into it. At the bottom, I have the Arizona Cardinals. All right. I mean, it's pretty obvious why I have the Cardinals at the bottom. They got Sam Bradford. As we know, he always gets hurt. He always gets beat up. A matter of time before he's hurt again because that offensive line there is not good. They got Rosen. I think Rosen has the talent to become something special, but behind that offensive line, he got a defensive coach. I don't know if he's going to be put in the best position to win or succeed right away. Of course, he has Fitz, who seems like he doesn't age. The defense is still stout. David Johnson, who I feel is the tied for third best running back in the league. Some can make the case he's even higher. They got him coming back. So they have the pieces on the as far as the skill positions. It's just I don't know how strong they are up front, okay, to win a lot of games this year. All right. And like I said, to be behind a poor offensive line as a rookie, that could be real tough for Rosen this year and kind of hinder his development. But like I said, they do got a lot of vets on that team. They got a lot of vets still there on the defense. Defensively, I think they're gonna still be solid. They're gonna still be good. And I think they'll still. I think they'll still be competitive in games. Okay. I'm looking at the record I initially gave them. I'm starting to kind of retract a little bit. I ain't gonna lie, I had them going 3-13. I know it's kind of disrespectful, so I'm gonna go up, man. After seeing them the other day against Dallas, even though they played bench players, still that defense. I think that they can. I think that they'll be able to. I'm gonna say they can go. I think they can go 6-10, possibly go 6-10, maybe. But I don't know. We'll see how that goes. So then next, I'm gonna go up to who I have in third. Third, I have the Seattle Seahawks. Okay, the Seahawks to me, I see. It's hard to say because a lot of people are gonna say the Seahawks they weren't they lost a lot of pieces and the guys retired, guys got sent out, things of that nature. But honestly, man, some of those guys, for one, they weren't either available all the time or they weren't at the level that they used to be at. Okay, so like Sherman, he got injured even before he got hurt last year. He still was showing signs of slippage. Chancellor wasn't, but Chancellor, was injured most of the season. Earl Thomas is still Earl Thomas, but right now he's in a contract dispute, so he may not be. I doubt he returns. Offensively, they had the offensive line. They didn't do anything in the offseason to improve it, but yet let Jimmy walk. And I just don't see it, man. I've never been a big fan of Doug Baldwin. His toughness, yes. His talent, his skill. He and the thing is he low key has some impressive numbers over the last couple of years, but to me he doesn't scare anyone. I think a lot of his numbers is because people underestimate his ability, so he gets a lot of these opportunities when really he isn't a special talent, put it that way. They let Paul Richardson walk, who's their big play threat down the vertical threat. Like I said, they let Jimmy go, who's the red zone threat. I mean, I feel sorry, man. The only upside is they still got Russell, and I think Russell is a top 5 quarterback in the league. At times he plays even higher than that, but I don't think it's enough around Russell this year to for the Seahawks to make a playoffs or make a dent, man. And it's too, and even some of the young guys they've added on defense, they've been good, but they're very young now, man. And they still got the linebackers in the middle, still got KJ Wright. And they're still solid. They still have solid linebacker core. Okay, so they could still be decent on defense. Being at the middle of their defense is pretty much still intact. But they had changes up front. They had changes in the secondary. If anything, they might be good against the run. I'm not sure how much how much more effective they're going to be against anything else this year. But we'll see how it goes. Of course, like still got KJ Wright, still got Bobby Wagner. Two of the top at what they do. But I don't know, man. I just don't see it for Seattle this year. I think they're gonna have to address that daggone offensive line, man. It's just ridiculous, okay? And I don't see them being able to keep Russell upright enough, even though he does do a lot of things on the fly, and I don't see them being able to stop teams as much as they could in the past, which I think is something obvious. All right, so I got them finishing around 6 and 10. All right, finishing in third. Second, I got another team that's been kind of the darling pick this year, the 49ers. All right. Now, I'm not one of these people to sit out here and say Jimmy G is a top 5 and top 7 quarterback, but I do think he can play, all right? And I do think that Kyle Shanahan puts his guys in position to succeed on offense. So I think they definitely going to be able to put up points. I think they definitely going to be able to control the ball. And they have some underrated threats, like Trent Taylor and Goodwin. They have some underrated weapons, man. Garcon, veteran wideout. McKinnon, I still don't fully trust him to carry the load. He's already nicked up already. They got Breida, who I think actually probably could be an every down back more so than McKinnon. But I don't know, man. We're going to see how it goes on that side. On defensively, I feel like they still kind of shoddy. I know that first round pick from last year, he got hurt in preseason, but I think he should be fine by the time the season starts. They still got they no longer had Eric Reed, so they still got some holes on that defense, and I think people are more so overlooking that defense when they do rank the 49ers. Now I have the 49ers going 8-8, possibly 9-7, but I think they're gonna end up being 8-8, man. I think next year is the year that they might take off, but this year I see them being 8-8 at best. All right. Number 1, the Rams. All right. No surprise. The Rams made buku additions this offseason, man. From Sue to Marcus Peters to Talib. I mean, it's just ridiculous. To Brandon Cooks. Like, they added to what was already a decent defense and a high-end top 3 offense, okay? And they added an explosive receiver in Cooks. They added they got rid of Watkins, who I feel was a detriment. And the defensive side of the ball, they're stacked now. I think they're going to be able to get Donald in there in time. Before the season, they saying rumors saying that they're going to be able to sign him to a long term, but we'll see how it goes. He did the same thing last year, so I wouldn't be surprised if he was there week 1. And I just don't. They really have very few weaknesses. I don't see any holes in the Rams. If anything, they even got Joyner at safety now. Honestly, I don't really see any holes with the Rams, man. I think the Rams are going to dominate. I've always been a fan of their coach. When I was I'm currently a Redskin fan. I've always been a fan of his, man. Always. I feel like he puts his guys in best position to win. When he got there, when McVay got there, I felt like we didn't run the ball enough when he was in Washington, but he went there. He showed me he can adapt. He made Goff a Pro Bowler. Like, McVay, to me, is a special talent, man. He's the next one in this league. And then defensively, they got Wade. Wade has had success everywhere, has had Super Bowl caliber defenses everywhere he's been. And now he has a billion weapons, and he always lets guys play whatever role they feel is their best at. That's what Wade Phillip does. He's great at putting guys in position to do what they do best. He doesn't try to change people, man. And I think the Rams are going to be great this year. I think they're going to be great this year. We shall see. But that's my NFC West breakdown storylines this year, my prediction. Y'all let me know what you all think. Comment, like, subscribe, debate. Y'all have a productive day. 1.